need a super creative way to teach my students about the pillar of cloud. That's it. I need a pillar of cloud that actually lights up.
To make your own pillar of cloud and fire, you're going to need the following supplies. A cardboard tube. Literally, you can use any size. The process is going to be the same no matter how big or small. Rolled batting, enough to give you several cushioned layers around your tube. Pillow stuffing, enough to glue around your tube. A glue gun, and mini LED lights. I will talk more about these later on. The first thing you'll want to do is to choose your tube. You could use a paper towel tube, a wrapping paper tube, or a fabric tube. Fabric tubes tend to be very thick and sturdy, and this one has some tape on it, which is actually going to help our process. So take your batting and lay it out on your chosen tube. What you're going to do is you're going to roll it and roll it and roll it until it's as thick as you would like it. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered up. A couple of rolls will do it for me, and I'm going to just cut it right here. Again, it doesn't need to be a perfectly straight line. No one's going to see it because this is going to be covered. I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to secure this on here. Just a bead, just to hold it. Nothing that you will put on here is heavy, and so just a little bit of glue should be sufficient. If you have some extra, you could either tuck it in and glue or cut it. I'm going to tuck and glue. I'm just going to put a bead of glue around the inside here. And I'm just going to push the sides in. Now I have a roll, and it looks pretty good, but I think we can do better than this. So the next thing we're going to do is to add some lights. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use these colored wire of lights so that you can see them up against the white batting and stuffing. But I recommend that you purchase silver wires so that they are fairly hidden amongst all the white. And I'll show you what I use on my large pillar of fire in just a bit. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap these lights around the batting. And these wires are nice because you can just kind of twist to kind of secure. You really don't need to glue an end. Just twist and secure. I wouldn't make a heavy knot, but so then you're just going to wrap them around at different angles. You might want to do a crisscross here and there. These come in all different lengths, all different colors, all different intensities of lights. This is the control switch that controls these lights. There are 3 settings on this one. Each set of lights is different, so you'll want to read the directions carefully to make sure that it will do what you want to do. But there is an on, which stays on, and then there is a flashing, and then there is a fading. And the fading will go on and off, which is more like a fire. So if you can find a set of lights that has a fading setting to it, that will be ideal. For now, I'm going to turn these off. I'll show you where this goes later, but we're not done yet. This doesn't really look like a pillar of cloud at all. This is stuffing. It's different than the batting. This kind of is going to give it some cloud pillowy effect. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue gun and you're going to glue these pieces around the wire, not on the wire. I wouldn't glue on the wire. Be careful with the hot glue, as it can burn you. This batting is really going to be what is convincing to the students. So take your time on this to put the batting all over and hide the wires as much as you can. Every so often you might want to turn the lights on and see how you're doing to make sure that the batting isn't too thick. So let me turn this on. And you can see that it's still shining through the batting. So we're good to go. So let me finish this and we'll move on to the next step. Let me show you what it looks like. Isn't that cool? A pillar of fire and a pillar of cloud. So the question becomes, what do you do with this switch? Well, the most obvious place to put it is right inside of the tube. And I suppose it could hang if you want. Nothing's going to happen to it. And then you can just pull it up when you need it. But I do have another option. Let me show you. The lights on this pillar of cloud are 16 feet long on a silver wire. I chose the color orange for the lights to closely represent fire. It has a remote control, which adds a wow effect when you stand many feet away from it and then secretly turn it on for your students. They will certainly think it is simply a very cool pillar of cloud, but once it lights up, you have them hooked. Even better, this particular set of lights has the option for a glowing, smoldering effect. There are lots of options for LED lighting out there, but if you would like this particular one, I will put a link for you in the comment section. We added a few upgrades to our pillar of fire. We put in a wood piece with some Velcro for the remote. The remote always seems to get lost, but if it's in there, it's secure. The other thing that we added is a place for the battery compartment. We drilled a hole for the screw, and the battery compartment simply drops into place. And in this particular model, there is a hole to screw it in, and tighten the screw up, and your battery compartment will not go anywhere. It's that simple. Give yourself an hour and you will have a fully functioning pillar of fire and pillar of cloud that you can use over and over again. This is Becky from Experience the Bible Creatively, reminding you that props are always better than paper.